এটি একটি ইংরাজি ভাষায় উসুই হোলিফায়ার 3 রেইকি ক্লাসের একটা অংশ, যেখানে ফরেন এবং ভারত থেকে স্টুডেন্টরা পার্টিসিপেট করেছেন এবং তাদের আমি বোঝাচ্ছি। সাধারণত আমি ক্লাসটি বাংলায় নিয়ে থাকি, কিন্তু তাদের জন্য ইংলিশে নিচ্ছি। আপনারা প্রথমেই শুনতে পাবেন সেই স্টুডেন্টের অভিমত যে রেইকি কত সোজা বাকি সাধনার থেকে। তারপর কি ক্লাসের কিছু অংশ আপনারা দেখতে পাবেন।
They'll ask us to fix a time. That is the biggest problem. And second thing, they ask us not to do there, here. The place is very important, like bed upon bed, you cannot do that. So I have to select a place for that also. And I have to fix a time, like this much period I have to do. So these constraints are really, like any sadhana, it's a very big pressure for me. Because in my house situation, every time it will be different name. Emotionally, physically also, the situations will be different. So now I'm feeling very comfortable with Reiki. On bed also I can do. By sitting somewhere also I can do. So it's pretty easy for me to practice.
I can put you in many kind of restrictions. Many modern days Reiki guru put many kind of self-made restrictions on their students. One of my students was told that you have to practice celibacy for 21 days. And he was just newly married. And after 21 days celibacy practice, his wife doubted him and the relationship was started to going to an end. And when he told me that this kind of practice, my guru suggested that after 21 days celibacy, you can resume your family life. Then I told him, who has said you? Neither Mika Usui has invented this kind of rules, not this kind of restrictions was put in form of William Leland upon any kind of course. Who are you? Who is he that he told you that this kind of restriction has to be followed? And few gurus also said that you cannot eat non-veg food. You cannot eat non-veg food for 2 months. You cannot eat non-veg food for a lifetime. This kind of practice, this kind of mentality, if you put on your children or students, whatever, the students is also your children. So then the students think, if I have to do that kind of sacrifice, then why shouldn't I go to Himalaya and practice sadhana properly? Then if you practice Reiki will decide inside you what to eat or what to not. After a period of time, you will get a better taste for your foods. You can choose many kind of, you can forsake many kind of your favorite food, because your energy system may not be supporting with that. You can develop interest in many kinds of food which your energy system is suitable, and you can get many friends, or you can be detached with many friends. This kind of all changes you can experience with Reiki. You do not have to do anything for Reiki. You do not have to do anything for Reiki practice, but Reiki will do the inner engineering in yourself. This is the automatic process.
That's great. It's I feel very much convenient with Advaita philosophy, and the same feeling I'm getting through Reiki also after a very long time. And what was happening to me while practicing is, just if I think of like sitting straight, and if I just take gratitude for the Holy Fire Reiki itself, I'll feel sensation over here. I think I am having this pain from past 10 years, I think. Very long back, one of my friend who practiced Reiki, he healed for twice. Like for that time, there was no pain. So, but I never thought it's working because of Reiki. But what's happening now while practicing is, there will be, when I start the practice, then itself the sensation will start. So just now also it's happening. So there will be a kind of electric this thing. Now the pain is reduced so much. I could able to do all my works. I couldn't able to lift anything. So much of pain. That too from past 1 month, it was too much. And now it reduced. I cannot say it has gone completely, but it reduced a lot. And that makes so much of difference in my working pattern in my life. So that's solved for me.
Which hand is that?
Right side.
Right side. Then maybe the spiritual significance, if there is any spiritual significance in this pain, that maybe that you have to give something which you are not giving to that person or that situation. You have to give something which you are not giving to that person or situation. If you just give away that thing, that may be an emotion, that may be property, that may be money, that may be thing or whatsoever, love, affection, whatsoever, the spiritual cause of this disorder will be balanced, and after that the pain will be vanished. Otherwise,
so how can
otherwise, when you are not getting into that point that for that reason I have this pain, blah blah blah, just simply say Reiki, just heal the spiritual cause as well as the physical cause of this. Just do like this. When you cannot do like this, just give Reiki on this side.
Okay.
And draw many times of Chokurei and also Seiheki on that. Today I am telling you how to use the symbol. First, write on paper that how to activate the symbols, how to activate Reiki symbols. There are 4 ways. First, see me. First, put your all 5 fingers together. Have I told you about what is Holy-Fire Reiki and how it is different from other Reiki stream? Have I told you the theory part?
You didn't tell. You told us to read the book of the history.
Okay. Right now I am telling you. What is Holy-Fire Reiki? Holy-Fire Reiki, Holy-Fire is a term taken from Bible. One of the spiritual consultant of William Leland, that was late Janice Jones. She is late now. He told William Leland that I have found different kind of healing frequency when I prayed to Jesus. Then on the 23rd January 2014, Janice Jones first experienced, William Leland first experienced this energy channeled by Janice Jones to him. After that, William Leland was pleased to see that it has really different vibration and very high frequency of healing. After that, for experimentation, William Leland continued with giving attunements with this energy to Reiki master degree level students. And they asked this energy, what name should I call you? Then intuitively the name from the Bible appeared, that Holy Fire. So Holy Fire is the energy. God has created Holy Spirit, and Holy Spirit acts through the energy which is called Holy Fire. This energy has been used by many kind of spiritual beings. In human form, Jesus was the first one who used this energy in human form. And after getting attuned, the students of master degree said, something is new, something is different. What is this? Then William Leland revealed this is Holy Fire energy. Then 2015 December, Janice Jones had another spiritual contact with Jesus, and he experienced the same energy, but the frequency was very much more intense and modified and updated version. Then the energy told them to attune Reiki students who are from first and second degree to get attuned with this Holy Fire energy. And also instructed that you give placement on them, not attunement. Placements what? There are difference between placement and attunements. Attunements are given by masters, Reiki teachers, by touching the student physically. And the power first comes to the master, and through his master, passes through the student and the student gets attuned. For this mediumship of master, the quality of the energy gets changed very little bit, but changes as per the frequency of the master. So attunement from different person gives different little. 95% is same and 5% is different. As the person wise, it is different. Because 5% he holds the energy of the master and 95 is the purest form of Reiki energy attunes him. So in placement, there is no scope for mediation by the master. Master here is just an initiator of the process. He doesn't touch, but the energy comes from the universal repository and directly channel the person. Directly channel the person. So it is 100% pure and more intense frequency it gives us. This is the placement and attunements different. So after this 2015, when the second time the updated version of Holy Fire came in experience with William Leland and Janice Jones, they called it Holy Fire 2 Reiki. Holy Fire 2 means second time updation, like King William 2, King William 3, like their updations. So this is the updation of that energy. Next is, after demise of Janice Jones, on September 21st, 2018, again, one registered master teacher, Colin, had an spiritual experience with Jesus. Another frequency was different and Holy Fire 3 energy came. And after that, no changes has occurred still yet. So this is your Holy Fire 3 Reiki. It means Holy Fire appeared in different version for the third time. This is the third time upgradation of Holy Fire energy. It is called USUI Holy Fire 3 Reiki. USUI, that's why USUI's technique is used for using the Holy Fire energy. And also Reiki is present in this technique. Okay, is there any doubt? Okay. If someone asks you, what is the difference between Holy Fire energy, Holy Fire Reiki and USUI Reiki? This is not a very short answer. This is a very complicated answer you have to give. Without knowing the full answer, and if the person doesn't have 10 to 15 minutes, you cannot answer him. In one line, there is no answer. USUI Holy Fire Reiki and USUI Reiki has the same kind of job they are doing. Same, 100 out of 100, same kind of job. But what is the difference? The difference is that Holy Fire Reiki work more intensely on 4 factors. The first one is authentic self. Authentic self is our core being that is unchanged, that is directly connected with God, and that is our true identity of being me. That is an inner energy bond which connects us with the universal wisdom. That is the core being. Suppose you are a sun. So authentic self is the center of the sun, where the core exists, where your original elements exist, where there is no change, there is no repercussion, there is no modification, but that is the actual software given and designed by the creator with you. Actual. One example. Before 20 years back, you used to tell yourself that this is my face, this is my body. And still, you are saying that this is my face, this is my body. But you can see both have changed. But one thing has not changed. That is me. Still, you are saying me as me, but your physical body has appeared to be different. those cells present at that time may be replaced or died, and you are a set of new cells, new body, entirely or partially. But still, that thing which is me has not changed. Okay. Your intelligence may be changed. Your intelligence has changed. Your logical mind has changed. Your all creativity has changed. Your everything has changed. But me has not changed. That is your authentic self. The actual you. It has to be understood. Without this, you cannot access in Holy Fire Reiki's actual intellectual domain. You can just practice, but you cannot understand. That is actual you. Next comes culturally created self. Culturally created self, what is this? Suppose at a time you have born into a family. Maybe you are born into a Muslim family, Christian family, Hindu family, rich family, medium family, or very lower class family, whatsoever. As per the environment, as per your family, as per your culture, as per the entire periphery of your existence, there is an existing setup of rule which modify your actual identity and gives you a new dress, new speaking power, new kind of thinking pattern, new kind of culture that adorns you with a new setup on your actual authentic self. Your authentic self is covered with the manipulations or the jewelries of those particular culture. And new being has emerged as you. Like before going to school, you were something else. After going to school, the culture adopted. After adopting the culture of the school, you have become something else. You have become more smart. As per the definition of smartness is something else, actual smartness is something else, but in the local term, you have become more smart, more intellectual, whatsoever. That doesn't mean that a person hasn't gone to school is not intellectual. But as per social definition, you have a different kind of behavioral pattern, you have a different kind of discipline. What is that? That is your culturally created self that has been applied on you being born in a particular environment. That is a new version of you. That is a modified one. That is an artificial one. That is a made one. And that is not permanent one. That is ever changing. Every second it is changing. But the authentic self is standstill. It doesn't change. It doesn't require to change. It is standstill. Next is origin of dormant unhealed energy. What is that? Origin of dormant unhealed energy is that, suppose being a child, you are growing up. You being a child, you are growing up, you are just getting older. You are dealing with many events of your life. Suppose that you have an intense fear in you. You want to express yourself that, Mama or Father, I want to express my fear. But there is a social programming that if you disclose your fear, you will be said that you are a coward person, you are not good person, you are bad person, you should not do that, you should deal with it, whatever may be. What is the main crux of this? That your actual mentality is suppressed by your adults, they are not approving at that time. When you are suppressing the emotion inside you, you have become a new one, trying to be a new one who is more courageous, but actually not. More confident, but actually not. Because you have something inside you which has not released for the fear of society or for the fear of peering of others. Peer pressure, whatever is said, that peer pressure. That has become, those all programs has become virus or malware in your system. Ultimately, those things will inhibit your success or inhibit your mentality or your beingness to blooming in its entirety. Okay. Second kind of example maybe, suppose you are growing up with your trust, your belief system, your courage system is also growing up. Something happens which obstructs the growing of those phenomena. Like that, in your when you are 12 years of age, you find your elders behaving you very rudely for property matters, very rudely. And they have ditched you. And after that, you are now in your 30s, in your 40s, but you are doing business, you are doing you are serving people, doing any kind of employment. You know the value of trust and belief. And you are also in a relationship or you are doing in family life. You know the everything essential for trust in any kind of relationship to work on. You know that very well. You are logically convinced with that, but still your inner track of rail is severing because of the past experience, because that has not been released properly. Whenever the matter of trust comes to you, when you are alone, you find yourself helpless. But you are trying to be or showing yourself to be something else, but you are seems inside you helpless. This all phenomena I am told you right now, they are dormant, unhealed energy. Any question regarding these three? Okay. Next. The fourth factor is joining people together. Every person in any language says I, main, hum. That is I. Okay. That means there is one single I, which is playing through different bodies, which is reflecting its I amness from different bodies. That is the supreme consciousness. When your consciousness is elevated to that level, when you see that he is also an I, he is also an I, and I am also an I, then your ultimate consciousness will shift to an higher purpose. Holy Fire Reiki actually what does, it reveals the authentic self. It curtails the unnecessary part of our culturally created self. It heals and releases the dormant, unhealed energy, and it elevates us to the consciousness of joining people together. Have you got? This is the difference. There are many more differences more, but I have just told you in nutshell. When you will be in master degree, the difference will be 5 pages. If any person asks you, these are just nomenclature. One name is given, another name is given, course is made different kind of sourcing or minting money. Then you have to ask him for 10 minutes to discuss how this is different from Usui Reiki. Usui Reiki has same effect, but Holy Fire Reiki has more intense effect on these particular 4 matters. Then the location of Holy Fire energy.